You've probably heard people say you can never really know if you got a fair price on a car. One of you compared it to going to a plastic surgeon. You're trusting the other side's word and you don't even know if you paid a fair price and you have no way to check it. That's actually wrong. You can check it. Just most people don't know where to look. I sold cars for 25 years and I watch customers come in and get the absolute lowest price using these same tools. I'm going to share with you the tools that I use, how to read them, so that now you can check it and actually see what is a fair price. The main goal of most car dealerships is they want the salesman talking about the monthly payment, the monthly terms. They want you focused on everything about the monthly payment and terms, so you're not thinking about price. They want to get you off of price. So if you come in with this information, doing your research, you're going to be focused on the price and you're only going to want to talk about that. So instead of us guessing what price we can get, let's look at the actual real data. Let's pull the numbers and see where the prices actually are. Okay, so for this example, we're going to be looking at a Toyota Camry and LE. So I come here to the build. I'm going to just slide this out the way. And we're going to use a white LE, white, silver, or gray LE. You know, those were really the popular color, especially on like an LE package. So we're just going to go with just a real basic one, black interior, the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, not all-wheel drive, just a front-wheel drive, and the hybrid package. As far as the convenience group, cold weather, we're not going to use any of that stuff for right now. If that's something you wanted, build it to the way you would want the car. So I just want a basic build. And with this basic build is showing $30,895. Now, keep in mind, you also got to add another, generally, $1,000 to $1,500 for delivery and processing. Depending on where you live and what type of vehicle it is, it's going to be somewhere in that range, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But a lot of times it won't show you here because that car is not actually going to the dealership yet. It's still sitting here on the way you build it. So let's go over here. Now we're going to go to TrueCar because that's our number. I'm going to write that down. That is $30,895 from Toyota, right? We go to TrueCar. And we're going to look at a Toyota. And let's go to Camry. Okay, let's go by all models. Camry and LE. Let's see, can it give us all three? Well, we'll just say no preference right now. So $30,895 TSRP. TSRP is total suggested retail price. MSRP is manufacturer suggested retail price. So for a TrueCar, after we get all the options and features that we want on the vehicle, what they're going to want is they're going to want you to submit your information so that you can possibly, save, $3,000 off of what you see here after you add in, like I said, that $1,500. So if you wanted to lock in that savings, you would put in your phone number, put in your name, put in your email. You probably have to put in your address as well. And then they're probably going to have someone in either their dealer network or someone reach out to you with a quote, which I would recommend. Just get a quote and see what price you can get on that vehicle. So next, we'll go to cars.com. Again, we're shopping for a new car. And we're going to come down to Toyota, T for Toyota. Let's go here. There's that Toyota. And go to model, Camry. We only want new cars for this example. Okay, perfect. And then the trim. We're looking at the LE. Now, see how there's 111 inside of, inside of in a 25-mile radius, there's 111 of these. So that's good knowledge to know of just based on what they're saying, how many are out there. So you kind of have an idea if it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. Now, if you're looking at a specific car and there's only 5 out there in a 25, 50-mile radius, it's not going to be as easy as getting thousands and thousands of dollars off because that's real market data. Now, here, let's go and see if there's color options. Exterior, white, gray, or silver. Now, the reason why I'm saying these colors, white, gray, or silver, why does it pull up an XSE? We're not even looking at that. But the reason why I use that is when people would come into the dealership, that's generally what they would pick. They would be open because they're like, I want the best price and the best deal. I'll take a white, gray, or silver if you can work with me and make the deal happen. So that's why I'm using these colors. So here it's saying 3108. So 31008 for LE sedan, right? Then we have another one that's silver, and this one is white. The silver one, it's saying 31214, and the MSRP is 31214. On the other one, the MSRP was 31. So let's write that down. 31,423. So that's telling you basically you can get $1,400 off of window on that particular vehicle. This was about $1,000 off window for the silver. This one is underground. So the gray, 31.4. So this one's a little more. This is sponsored. That's why it's an XSE, 31.3. So it's $200. So going through a lot of these is just about MSRP. Camry SE and Camry LE, you know, the Camry in general is one of the hottest selling cars in America right now. And this is the Southern California market. So your market may be drastically different. That's why we start here and we look at what this is saying as we prepare to really dig into our research. So this is for cars.com. Oh, no, that's Edmunds. I'm sorry. Edmunds.com. Now let's look at what Cars has to say. Go back here and do the same thing. Let's change this to a Camry. Not new and used, just new. And show matches. So again, we're going to scroll over here, try to change this up. Let's just move this out the way. Trim. LE. Now this is saying there's 143, but also keep this in mind. That can be A, F, and G. G meaning G is on the ground at a dealership. F is for freight, meaning it's on its way to the dealership. And A is allocated. Toyota has agreed for this dealer, they're getting this exact model. So you really want to concern yourself with the F and G because mostly G is on the ground, F is in freight. It should be there in the next week or two, maybe 3 weeks. And then A is allocated. So we don't want to concern ourselves too much with A because anything can happen, anything can change. Let's see here. Exterior color. Let's go back to gray, silver, and then the white. So again, also, if we're looking here, there's 14 whites, there's 29 silvers, there's only 3 grays. So again, that's just more information for you to keep in mind that when it comes to the silver colors, there's 29 out there. The gray, it's saying there's 3. And then the white was 14. Now, we could also go to Toyota.com and do the same thing, and it's going to show us all the dealers that have it, and we can compare this with what Toyota's saying, and that way you just have that piece of information. You want to get as much information as you possibly can in this process so that when you do go in to negotiate, you know what you got. You know what you're working with. This way you can really ask for deeper cuts, bigger numbers, and know, what's going to be a fair deal, what's not going to be a fair deal. So on here, 32,658 versus 32,7. Let me just make sure we sort this by low to high. So this MSRP is 30,009 versus 29,600. So again, that's like $1,300 on cars. So we're going to write that down. And for yourself at home, just screenshot all this and create a folder on your either your phone or whatever, just screenshot it, and you don't have to write all this stuff down. I'm old school. I like to write things. 31,600 versus 30,002. So that's another good example. So again, looking at the TrueCar. The TrueCar is basically at 31,000, right? Minus the 3,100. So we'll just call it $3,000. That's 28,100. Then you got to add the other 1,500 for delivering and processing. So that's 29,600. But again, we have to lock in the savings for that by giving up our contact details, name, phone number, address, email, and then maybe a dealership's going to reach out to you. So that's on the TrueCar side. If we look again at the Edmunds, so I've sorted it from highest to lowest. Right now we're at 33,871 on this particular Camry in white. So if I switch it back up to the low, it's $31,008. I don't know why I can't say that. $31,008, right? That's where we're at based on a $31,423 MSRP. So that's basically $1,300 off if we're looking at Edmunds. So, and then finally we go back to cars.com. On cars.com, we've got it sorted by highest price. Now on this one's 34,610, but the MSRP is 36,317, and it's got the stock photo of an LE. To me, in my gut, I feel like this is really an SC package vehicle. I don't recall LEs going that high. I think it's a SE based on that MSRP, and they just did this wrong maybe when they input it, because it's drastically higher than all the other ones as well. So that's what I think. So I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to go with this one, the 33,082 Camry LE with the net price of 33,252. If we go here to sort by the lowest price, then we've got this one with an MSRP of 30,948 and the advertised price of 29,629. And again, this will require you to, this is the advertised price, but this will require you, if you really want to get this locked down, you'd have to probably put in your information and contact the dealer for details. So I just wanted to show you guys how you can really start to at least get some information under your belt about where you're at in the deal before you walk into the dealership when it comes to the price, because that's the main thing we need to focus on. So hopefully you found some value in this video. I just wanted to jump on camera and just kind of show you, if I was looking for a Camry LE, this is how I would do the research to find, how much the prices of these vehicles can range from. So I have some type of ammunition before I walk into the dealership and start to, talk about, prices of cars and what I'm trying to do. This is a good way to start, to at least start to look at the range based on what it is that you want. And again, if you're looking at a specific car, build it exactly that way, and then start to look for it built that way on the ground. Because sometimes what I've seen before in the past is people want a particular car that Toyota doesn't even make. So they'll let you build whatever on the website, but actually finding it out there in the wild, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother video. And if you would like to set up a free consultation call with me to see if we'd be a good fit, to see if I can help you along in your car purchase journey, just go ahead, look at the description. There'll be a link below in the description. Also, I'll have a link to the 7 insider secrets that dealers don't want you to know about. Both of those will be in the description. And if you want to see some more content around buying a vehicle and how to get the best deal, I'll leave a video right here on screen. Until then, signing out.